I'm going to continue to follow up on this. I was hoping to talk with Council Member Davis, but I didn't get a chance. What's happening with the East Bay Bridge Shopping Center in terms of regarding landscaping? And I understand they might be going in with a new, overhaul of the shopping center. And it makes sense to me that if they are in the process of doing the overhaul, the tree issue should be incorporated into that. If they're not going through with an overhaul, I really want to push that we need to get something done out there.
Well, the arborist has been working on the report.
And working on it.
Yes, that's right, and it's being fine-tuned.
One of the issues is that it's in the community, it's in the jurisdiction of the Community Preservation Task Force, so it's going to have to go through that process, and so it probably won't be coming to the Planning Commission as an issue, because at this point it's not within the Planning Commission's jurisdiction, it's within that committee's. So it needs to get through that committee, and then when there's some information, then that's something we can report back. I hope I said that, I meant that diplomatically. I don't know if it came out as diplomatic.
Well, I guess, what sort of a timeline are we looking at? I mean, this has been going on for, a year.
It has been going on for a long time, and it's my understanding is that the report, I haven't been involved, the arborist report, I don't know that it's in the final form yet. So it's a matter of all the parties getting on the same page.
Wasn't this part of the conditions of approval on this project? I can't remember back then.
Well,
yeah, they were.
Mitigation measures.
Sort of.
Yeah.
It's complicated. The EIR had this as a mitigation measure in it, but that mitigation measure never got officially memorialized in the conditions of approval. The conditions of approval actually reference a landscape plan and says that the final design must conform to this landscape plan. And if you look at that drawing that is referenced in the conditions of approval, it doesn't show any trees in the parking lot.
But they're in violation of the EIR then, huh?
Possibly, technically.
Okay, so if they're in violation of the...
Yeah, we're not making that decision here at the Planning Commission.
I know,
So,
but I mean,
okay.
that's a way that we can take a look at it.
You're right. No, I understand that. I'm just, this is back to our discussion about mindful as your role as potential judges, with a lot of fact
Gotcha.
application. So, the only thing I can say is, yes, it seems to be taking a long time, but it is in process, and I suspect soon that we'll have something more to report.
Okay. Thank you.
I understand this arborist is very thorough, but
Apparently so.
not real fast.
Yeah.
But also concerning the overhaul of the center, I'm not sure if that's being driven by Catellus or by the city. I think it's something more that the city is trying to see happen. I do know that I believe the city manager and some council members are trying to orchestrate a meeting with the upper echelons. You may know that Catellus was recently bought out by another entity,
Yes.
which has completely thrown things into a tailspin. So we're not sure what the status of all of that is at this point.
Yeah,
But
and
we'll
I
let
was,
you know when we find out.
yeah, and I was unsure as to, at some point in time, I think there was an idea that these big box retails would be torn down and something else would be put in there anyway.
Well, I will tell you that, as you know, the densification, if you will, of surface parking lots is something that we pointed out at the joint meeting with the City Council and Planning Commission is something that, we would suggest for the future direction in the general plan update, and I think that's a theme that
Which
is
in
kind of
fact was
picked
a
up.
part of the Martin Group.
Right.
Driving the Martin Group.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I'm hopeful that sometime, perhaps in my lifetime, we won't see those surface parking lots over there anymore. There won't be any need to talk about what the percentage of tree canopy is, because we'll have some big, wonderful mixed-use project there instead.
That's a good
With
point.
an extensive green roof, perhaps.
Yeah. Or a city park on the roof.
Sure.
There we go.
Tennis courts and stuff.
Any other commissioner comments?
Yes.